Giving businesses, investors and people confidence that Singapore will be able to ride out the COVID-19 pandemic. That's the idea behind the $48 billion support package unveiled by the government last week. Trade and Industry Minister Chun Sing said this is in an interview with CNA. Vanessa Lim with more.
Last week, the government unveiled a resilience budget that's a $48 billion support package to tide households and businesses during this period. Can you share with us the thinking behind this package, especially when it comes to businesses and industries?
The size of the package and the depth of our reserves will give people confidence in our ability to ride out the storm. And I think it has not gone unnoticed to many observers that the package for the size of our economy is actually quite big. Compared to many other places, and this gives people and businesses the confidence that this is a country that has the depth of resources to see through this, and if they have to make an investment decision in due course, this would be one of the countries that they should have confidence in. So even as we are managing some of the current challenges, we want to strengthen our capabilities. We're helping some of our businesses to transform, to build up their digital capabilities so they can seize the opportunities for tomorrow.
But with COVID-19 expected to last for a year, has the government done any calculations as to how long these measures can sustain all these businesses?
So at this point in time, it's very difficult to say how many businesses will go under and how many businesses will be able to survive. Now, what we have done is to make sure that as many as possible survive. But if the crisis lasts longer than what is expected, then we will have to introduce other measures to make sure that we continue to maintain our capabilities and our connectivity. So it will be a bit premature at this point in time to put a number to it, but I think the message we want to share with fellow Singaporeans and our businesses here is that if there's a need to do more, we're prepared to do more to make sure that our workers and our businesses come out better than the rest.
Is there a certain threshold that we're looking at, or a scenario that we're looking at, as to when more measures will need to be introduced?
At this point in time, it will be a bit premature to say how long the crisis will last, but we are confident that if we need to do more, we have the depth of resources to do more. Now, having said that, our current focus is to make use of the available schemes and the available budget to help our workers and businesses tide through the next 3 to 6 months as an immediate priority, which is why we have front-loaded many of the help schemes to make sure that the cash flow of the businesses is still okay, so that they can continue their operations and then the workers can continue to be employed.
You've mentioned a couple of times that if there's a need, we will do more. What are some of the possible measures we could be looking at?
The measures will depend on the development of the global situation. First, from a medical perspective, would there be recurring waves of infection? So that even as one country has stabilized its own situation, would it be impacted again and again by recurring waves of imported infection elsewhere? The second thing that we are worried about is the disruption to the supply chains for not just food and essentials, but also manufacturing capabilities and so forth. And this will have a long-term impact if some of these capacities are destroyed or unable to be up and running in the near term. So that's what we are concerned with. The third thing that we are concerned with over the short to medium term is the increasing protectionist sentiments that is circulating around many countries. Because when people are anxious, they may try to protect themselves by cutting off their exports to other countries. We have initiated the joint ministerial statement, first with New Zealand, then with many other countries who have since come on board, to say that we'll commit ourselves to try to uphold the global trading system, to resist the protectionist measures, but most importantly to continue to support the integration of our global supply chains. That's how I think we will need to work together going forward. But when everybody starts isolating themselves from each other, cutting off the supply chains from each other, then the entire global capacity will be diminished, and that is to everybody's that's not good for anybody at all.